Hi, I'm Robert. Today on Ask Us, we'll answer the question, what are some tips for technology planning? With 2019 upon us, you're likely to be starting to figure out what's next in your tech plans. Or perhaps you're deep into planning and ready to do some pressure testing of your vision, goals, timelines, or budgeting. So why plan? As our reliance on technology grows, so does our need to plan for it. But technology planning is seldom on the to-do list of small businesses. Technology planning isn't just about deciding if it's time to replace your computers or upgrade your software. It's also about connecting your technology needs to your organization's mission. Typically, the steps involved in preparing a comprehensive technology plan include assessing your existing technology, determining your future needs, budgeting, and establishing a timeline for implementation. So, let's look at each of these four areas a little more closely. First, assessing current technology resources. Before you begin the planning process, it's a good idea to look at what you already have. There are many assessment tools out there, and we can help you find one. If you don't already have a tech plan, assessment will lay a foundation for the planning process. If you already have a plan, you can see how yours compares to best practices. Second, identify and prioritize your technology needs. After you've assessed the current state of your technologies, it's time to do some brainstorming and identifying of your organization's future technology needs, and then prioritize them. Every organization will have its own specific needs, but the possibilities include purchasing new software, software updates, customizing current software to better meet users' needs, providing training for the staff, replacing or customizing a database, networking office computers, developing an email action alert list, improving online marketing and outreach, designing a new website or redesigning an existing site, developing policies and procedures, implementing backup systems and security measures, replacing obsolete hardware, and hiring a technology manager. Since your brainstorming session will most likely identify far more technology needs than your organization can address, the next step is to prioritize your needs. What are the three most important items on your organization's list? Be realistic about what you can accomplish and set priorities accordingly. Next, and third, budgeting. The next step in the process is to develop a technology budget, and this will require some research. It's not unusual for organizations to narrowly define costs as the price of a new computer or a software package. You might even remember to include the cost of hiring a consultant to install the new equipment, but there's a good chance you won't consider what some experts refer to as the, quote, total cost of ownership. And this includes many costs that aren't obvious, such as staff time to learn new programs or attend classes, backup hardware and software, updates to antivirus software, security patches, creating and or updating an operations manual, network connectivity costs such as an ISP and routers and cables for internal networking, and application service provider costs such as secure servers for credit card transactions or email list services, etc. So, do take time to consider all possible costs when budgeting. The more accurate you are, the better. Fourth and finally, the timeline for implementation. The final step before you actually start writing your technology plan is to establish a timeline for implementation. Ideally, you'll be working on a plan that can be implemented over a period of a year or more. As you develop your timeline, ask and answer these three questions. What are the first tasks you will need to do? How long will it take to complete those tasks? And once those tasks are completed, what are the next steps? And then repeat those three questions for each subsequent step. Timelines should be flexible enough to accommodate unforeseen events, but rigid enough to maintain momentum. You will most likely want to segment your timeline into phases of 3 to 6 months. Last, writing the plan. Once you have assessed your existing resources, identified and prioritized your needs, prepared a budget, and created a timeline for implementation, you're finally ready to write your plan. And the plan should include at least these 4 key elements: a technology vision statement, a description of the strategy for implementing that vision, which is where you identify your technology needs, a timeline, and a budget. Along with focus and persistence, the effort that goes into preparing a technology plan will help you get the plan funded. That's why it's so important that your technology vision statement describes how technology will help your organization fulfill its mission. So, that's an overview of how to approach technology planning. Reach out to us with any questions you have about the process. We can help. And that's it for now. Join me next time on Ask Us, when we will cover another technology question. And if you have a question you'd like us to answer, email us at questions@askus.tech or scan the code. Bye.